There it is.
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wings with Willi, the show with hot questions and spicy wings. I'm your host, Victor DelVecchio. I'm a graduate student here at Eastern and a new friend of our guest today, President Karim Ismaili. This is Karim's second semester as president, and rumor has it he's already become a fan of the local Willimantic food scene. Before we dive in, a big shout out to Wings and Pies in Willimantic for these amazing wings, and to Dragon's Blood Elixir, a local hot sauce company, for providing the incredible lineup of spicy sauces that we'll be tasting today. And of course, a massive thank you to Hot Ones and the folks at First We Feast for this wonderful format. Karim, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Victor.
How are you feeling so far?
I don't know. I feel okay.
Yeah?
We'll see.
You ready to go?
I'm ready.
It's a little intimidating, but I'm excited.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
All right.
So first, we have maple roasted apple.
Yeah.
It's a sweet, smoky, and tangy taste that's a rated 2 on the spice scale.
Okay.
So let's take a bite.
So we've got to see if we're in trouble now, we're in trouble, right?
Yep.
This is okay. Yeah, that's good. What do you think?
I like the taste.
Yeah.
Not too much spice yet,
No,
which is a good thing.
that is good.
So Karim, what's your favorite type of food, and where's some of your favorite places to eat on campus?
Let's see. My favorite type of food. So I like food. So I think, honestly, if I were to pick my favorite kind of food, it would probably be a simple pasta. I really like Italian food of all kinds. On campus, I mean, basically wherever I've eaten, I've been really happy.
Yeah.
I've had the PB&J sandwich at the student center.
Yeah.
Hurley has great stuff, pretty much everything. Make your own sandwiches, the salads, the burgers, it's all good. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much everywhere I've been on campus, I've been really happy.
All right, so this next sauce we have is garlic paprikash, smoky Hungarian paprika, roasted garlic, and a little kick of smoked serrano.
Okay.
I poured a lot on this.
Well, that's good.
Also very tasty, not too bad on the heat scale so far.
Yeah, but you're feeling it a little bit, right? Feel a little
Slightly,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not too nervous.
I'm nervous. I'm getting nervous.
So you've asked everyone to call you Karim, not President Ismaili. What inspired this?
Because, I think there's two things. One is that, when people sort of think about a president of a university, I think it can be a little intimidating. I want to sort of break down barriers. People feel comfortable. I want to be accessible to everyone. I think that obviously there are environments and contexts where it's appropriate to use my title. I get it. But generally speaking, I'm just like everybody else. So that's why.
Next up, we have turmeric sage coconut curry. It is fresh turmeric, sage, coconut cream, and a spicy mixed pepper blend. It's rated a 5 on the heat scale.
Okay.
So let's try it out. This one's a little bit of a lighter color.
Oh, yeah, I see that. It actually faked me out a little.
Yup. Taste the curry.
That's nice.
Good taste.
Yeah.
As you continue to settle in as Eastern's new president, what have you learned on the listening and learning tour that you began this fall?
I've learned so much. I mean, I guess the biggest lesson I've learned is that everyone that's connected to Eastern, students, faculty, staff, community members, alums, they really love Eastern. I mean, it means so much to them. I've been in so many different settings where when I say I'm at Eastern, I'm new, if they haven't been to Eastern, they've heard about Eastern. And if they have heard about Eastern, they always have a positive impression, and many of them have engaged with Eastern either in one of those capacities. I'm amazed at wherever I go in the state, there's always a place where there's an Eastern connection.
Yeah.
You know, my wife was in a bit of a car accident a few months ago, and the Enterprise car rental manager was an Eastern grad. And we were talking about how, you know, he got this business administration degree, and he's now sort of running the place. And he talked about how Eastern was great. So it doesn't matter where you are, there's always an Eastern connection, and people really love it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Great community here, but
Amazing
small world
community.
with that connection.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next up, we have Stone Soup, a mix of all the farmers market ingredients from the summer with a customer-grown mixed pepper. This is rated a 6 on the heat scale.
Okay. So we're on the fifth wing, right?
Fourth.
Fourth. Okay, good. I don't want to step ahead.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's also a nice flavor.
So, as a criminologist, you've explored how people think and behave. How does that unique perspective help you as a leader on campus?
As a criminologist, well, I know when people are going to get into trouble because I can predict.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
can tell Victor you're going to get in trouble. No.
Yeah.
So
In a minute.
yeah. Here's the thing about criminology that really, if I was thinking about application, I remember like the first classes I took in that field, I remember like the professor saying something that was pretty profound. Here's the question he's posed to us: what is a crime? So I was like, well, that's pretty obvious what a crime is, but it actually isn't, because a lot of crime is defined by society, and it doesn't have to be that way. So once you start to peel the onion and sort of get in deep on these kinds of questions, I guess what I would say is, in my current role, I think it's important to be asking probing questions so that you can do the best that you can for the university, for our students, for the community. I guess the answer is not self-apparent, right? Self-evident.
So next we have the classic Dragon's Blood Elixir. This award-winning sauce is all about the thin, bold flavor. It's a 7.5 on the heat scale.
Okay.
So let's try this one. I think this is the back half of the spicy one. So
Okay, here we go. Yeah,
I could feel
There's
it in
some
my
heat
throat
there.
for sure.
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, my
hot.
nose is starting to run. Could feel it. If you weren't president for the day, what job on campus would you want to try out?
Oh, that's a good question. What would I want to try out? I think that I would like to be in any job where you are interacting with people. So you asked earlier about places on campus where you could eat. I'd basically be the person. I'd be Karen at the front desk when you're like sort of taking them, a retail, like taking the customers through, and yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I'd like to be on because we had our day of giving where we serve Thanksgiving dinner. I'd be happy to work sort of in there, trying to making an omelette or something. Yeah, that'd be good.
A place where you could just talk to students.
Yeah, talk to students, hang out.
faculty, all that.
Yeah, I'd like to be with people.
Yeah. Plenty of places on campus where you can do that.
I know.
So that's awesome. This next sauce is Caribbean mustard.
And this is a lighter flavored sauce, a lighter colored sauce, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm a little worried about
That's
this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a sip of water.
You know, I don't want to show off, but I think I'm doing okay so far.
Yeah, with the water? Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. I'll try not to be
I know I'll
soft.
pay the price for saying that.
So, who is your greatest mentor and what made them influential in your life?
My greatest mentor.
Yeah.
Well, the person that made the biggest difference was a professor who, his name is Azat Fatah. He's 95 years old, and a couple of months ago I had lunch with him and his wife, my wife and I. He's the person that really guided me after I did my undergraduate degree in criminology. And he was the person that said, you should think about graduate school. And I never thought much about graduate school. I didn't really know what it was, but he got me over a course of time to sort of like think about, like, go to graduate school. I think you'll do well. You know, he got me to apply to places I never would have imagined that I'd apply to. And I realized that it was really his recommendation that got me into grad school. I know that because when I arrived at the Institute of Criminology at the University of Cambridge, it sounds fancy. Yes, it was fancy, but I got there because of him. Because when I was introduced to the people there, they said, "Oh, you're Professor Fatah's student." So I knew that, like, okay, you work hard, but also you know that you're standing on the shoulders of many. And he was a key mentor. And that's what got me on the path to higher education, really, because from there I did another graduate degree and became a professor, and there you go.
This is called For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Oh, that's scary.
That's kind of intimidating right off the bat. Huge spike from scorpion and ghost peppers, rated a 12 on the heat scale.
Ooh.
All right.
12.
Here we go. That's this one right here. Let's
Are
do
you ready?
it. Yep.
Okay.
Taste the fruit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's hot.
Woo. Love this question. If you had the chance to sit down with anyone from history, who would it be and what would you ask?
Oh. So my favorite author is George Orwell. So George Orwell, you know, those of you that know, he wrote Animal Farm in 1984, but he also wrote incredible journalism pieces. He fought in the Spanish Civil War. But everything about him, his life, what he meant, his ethical framework, and also just the way that he thought about politics and society and journalism, and he was just an incredible person. So that's the person that I'd love to, if I was gonna pick someone, it would be him.
Coming down to the last two.
Okay.
These also have skull and crossbones stickers on the top. So.
All right.
Oh, Willie, how we doing? Oh, we got some ice cream.
Thank you,
go.
Willie.
To quench our spice.
All right.
I'm definitely taking
Very nice.
a scoop of this before we go into this
All
next
right.
one.
I'm going to join you.
Prepare.
All right.
Okay, so next we have Stoned Fruit Reaper Madness. A fruity start but deadly finish with reapers and death spirals.
Oh,
A
God.
13.5 on the heat scale.
Oh, no.
That's this one right here. So
Okay.
let's try it out. Good luck.
Okay, good luck to you. Wow. Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
What was it? Death Spiral? Oh,
Something
that's
like
hot.
that, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's
Oh, so the Death Spiral. Hang on. Okay.
what's an interesting fact about yourself that you'd like the students to know?
Interesting fact. Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna go for some milk right now.
All right. I cannot feel the back of my throat.
Yeah.
Interesting fact. Let's see. I have 3 citizenships.
Okay.
So I was born in England.
Uh-huh.
I have Canadian citizenship because we moved there. And I have US citizenship. And that's pretty, and the other, can I give you another interesting fact?
Of course. I know it's hard to think right now
I'm a
with,
big-
with our mouths on fire.
I'm a huge Liverpool supporter. You know that, Victor.
Same here.
Yeah. Did you
Yep.
watch the match, the Aston Villa?
Of course. How you feeling? I kind of want to
Okay.
take another bite.
Wow. Good for you. I can't do that.
That was good. All right. The grand finale. The Wild Elephant Deterrent.
Oh, God.
Every pepper in the kitchen, smoky Indian ghost pepper, and a burn that lasts 15 minutes. Rated a 15 on the heat scale.
Okay.
You ready to do this? You want to put a little more on the last one?
No, I'm not putting any more of
All
that.
right, I'm gonna put
I've
a
got
little-
enough on mine.
I'm gonna put a little more on this last one.
All right. Good for you. think I'll recover from the last one. All right, let's see.
Let's do it. Cheers. Yep, there it is. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. I'm gonna go second bite. Dipped in the sauce.
Wow. That's a really good flavor, but that is hot.
It's menacing. It sneaks up on you.
Whoa. Oh yeah, 15 minutes.
I'm gonna need a box of tissues. All right.
Nice.
So obviously you have a lot on your plate as a college president. What's your way to kick back, relax, and recharge?
Well, some of it was related to my last thing about Liverpool, watching Liverpool, but sometimes they stress me out too much. It's not relaxing. You'll understand what I mean.
Yep.
So what do? I like to sort of every other day go for a run. That's relaxing. Spending time with my wife and our dog, and we love to sort of do stuff on the weekend. Like I said, we're big breakfast people, so we'll always try to different breakfast places. I can't actually talk.
Yeah, I know.
But love to travel too.
Yeah.
Can't do that every day. Yeah. Woo.
I feel like the more you breathe in,
I know.
the more you feel it.
It's like getting hotter.
Yeah. All right, we got one last question here.
Okay.
And we heard you speak about this at the premiere the other day.
Yeah.
What about Eastern makes it a hidden gem?
Well, as I've said, I don't want Eastern to be a hidden gem. There's so much about Eastern that is incredible. It is just a gem, and it's shining every day, and it's doing incredible things in the community, and our students are, one of our students, Zach, I saw him yesterday in Hartford, working on an internship. We were sort of giving a presentation to the Appropriations Committee, and he was there, and he's on an internship, and so our students are shining, our faculty shine every day, our staff are doing incredible things. Our community loves Eastern, so we're a gleaming gem. I don't think we're hidden, and if we think we're hidden, we need to just unveil it as much as we can.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And we're very lucky to have you to help
Wow.
Eastern get to the next step.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for putting me through this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you, Karim, for taking on these Wings with Willi. I know it definitely wasn't easy. We're both feeling the heat right now, but we made it through. Before we wrap up, how about you leave the students watching with some words of wisdom?
Stay focused on your studies. That's my word of wisdom.
Yep. I hear you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Karim, for joining us today. And thank you for watching Wings with Willi. Have a good one.